The village of Amani was small and peaceful. It nestled under the shade of a giant baobab tree. This tree was so old, it had seen many seasons pass. The villagers believed it held the spirits of their ancestors. A young girl named Amina lived in this village. Amina was known for her bravery. She wore a brightly patterned kanga, a traditional cloth, and colorful beads adorned her hair. Amina loved to explore the savannah. She knew the calls of all the wild animals. One hot afternoon, a strange sickness fell upon the village. People grew weak. The crops began to wither. The air felt heavy with worry. The village elders gathered under the baobab tree. They spoke in hushed tones. Something had to be done. The oldest elder, Mama Kesi, spoke. Her voice was frail, but her eyes were wise. "A dark magic has befallen us," she said. "We need someone brave to seek the cure." All eyes turned to Amina. Amina's heart pounded in her chest. She was scared, but she knew she had to be brave. The village needed her. Mama Kesi gave Amina a small, smooth stone. It glowed faintly in the moonlight. "This moonstone will guide you," Mama Kesi whispered. "Follow its light to the Whispering Falls. There, you will find what you seek." That night, Amina set off into the darkness. The moonstone pulsed with a soft light, leading the way. The jungle was alive with sounds. Amina could hear the chirping of crickets and the rustling of leaves. She held the moonstone tight, her heart filled with both fear and determination. Days turned into nights as Amina journeyed deeper into the jungle. She encountered many animals, playful monkeys, lumbering elephants, and graceful gazelles. The moonstone's glow kept her safe, guiding her towards her destination. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Amina heard the roar of water. The Whispering Falls. As she approached the falls, the moonstone's glow intensified, bathing the clearing in an ethereal light. A sense of peace washed over Amina, calming her fears. She had reached her destination, but the most challenging part of her journey was yet to come. Standing at the edge of the clearing, Amina saw him. A hyena, but unlike any she had seen before. This one had fur as black as night and eyes that glittered like rubies. He was chanting in a low voice, and as he did, the moonstone in Amina's hand grew cold. "So the little morsel has arrived," the hyena rasped, turning his fiery gaze upon Amina. "You seek a cure? I hold the only one. But first, you must pass my test." Fear threatened to consume Amina, but she stood tall, remembering the plight of her village. "What must I do?" she asked, her voice trembling slightly. The hyena grinned, revealing rows of sharp teeth. "Bring me the mane of the great lion," he cackled. "Only then will I relinquish the cure." Amina's heart sank. The great lion was the fiercest creature in the land. Knowing this was a test of her courage, Amina set off deeper into the jungle, following the faint whispers of the wind. The hyena's laughter echoed behind her, a chilling reminder of the task ahead. She knew that facing the great lion was a dangerous gamble, but the fate of her village rested on her shoulders. Section 4. The Hyena's Trickery. Amina finally found the great lion resting in a cave. He was massive, with a mane that shone like gold in the dappled sunlight. Amina took a deep breath and approached cautiously. To her surprise, the great lion did not roar or snarl. He simply looked at her with wise, ancient eyes. "Little one," he rumbled, his voice deep and powerful, "why do you seek me out?" Amina explained the situation, her voice trembling with a mix of fear and hope. The great lion listened patiently, his gaze never leaving her face. When she was finished, he sighed, a sound like the wind rustling through the leaves. "The hyena is a trickster," he said. "He has poisoned the land with his darkness. The cure is not my mane, but the light of courage that burns within you." Amina's eyes widened. She had been tricked. But the great lion's words ignited a spark of hope within her. Remembering the moonstone, Amina held it up. It pulsed with a warm, reassuring light. The great lion smiled, his teeth gleaming white against his dark fur. Go now, little one, he said. You have all you need to break the curse. Section 5. The Lion's Courage. Amina raced back to the Whispering Falls, the moonstone pulsing brightly in her hand. The hyena was waiting, a smug grin on his face. Did you bring me the main little morsel? He sneered. Amina stood tall, her fear replaced by a newfound confidence. You lied to me, she said, her voice strong and clear. The great lion told me the truth. The cure is not something you take, but something you have within. With that, she held up the moonstone. It blazed with a blinding light, banishing the darkness that clung to the clearing. The hyena howled in pain and anger as the light washed over him. He shrunk and withered until he was nothing but a pile of dust. As the light faded, Amina felt a wave of relief wash over her. The air felt lighter, cleaner. The curse was broken. Amina returned to the village, greeted by cheers and celebrations. The villagers, now healed and healthy, danced and sang under the watchful gaze of the baobab tree. Amina, the bravest girl in the village, had saved them all. Her courage, not a lion's mane, had been the true cure.